or none of their names very well. Oh, finally getting something else. Hello everyone! So this video is going to be a little bit different than what I usually would do. Usually it's just PC game recording. Today I decided that I wanted to record some Summoners War. Now, I'm not paid for this, there's no paid promotion, then I'm not sponsored, nothing like that, but I've played this game when it first came out at uni, while I was at uni I think, and I've just been playing it on off ever since, especially when the collaborations occur. So, you're in for a treat, because the current collaboration is Tekken 8. So, obviously Tekken's been around for years. If you've never played a single Tekken game, I suggest you try at least one of them. Tekken 2 I think is one of the best ones, because it was like first introduced a lot of cool extra characters. 3 wasn't bad either, but it kind of started getting like bigger and crazier and different. But just I think 2 and 3 were my favorite. So we've got, you know, it's always quite comical when you finish the arcade battles and stuff. So what's majorly different about this is that I'm actually playing on my tablet and my phone. I finally did my screen record and stuff, and it turned out that because the iPad and the iPhone can use USB-C, I've managed to put some stuff together and I'm recording the screen. I know there's probably easier ways, different ways of doing it, but yeah. So what I thought I'd do is show you a little bit about the collab and then open some scrolls, because I've kind of saved up some of the scrolls that I've like the pre, what was it called? There was like a pre-registration. I don't even know if I even got the secondary reward from that, but just saved up a bunch of scrolls. The event's obviously been going at the time of recording. I think it's started a few days ago, maybe even a week, and there's a lot of characters you can get. Hiyashi Mishima, I probably butcher the name, so I apologize in advance. So yeah, public. But I'm actually looking at it on that screen, but I'm just going to do it from on here. So you've got your collab missions, the arcade battle and the minigame. So arcade battle is the one where basically it'll look very, very Tekken-y. So I've already done this one through, because I never thought I was actually going to record it. So the end, you see, if you play around each time, you get nominated. It occurs with all these collaborations. You can usually pick one of the collaboration monsters. So in this case, I think I just got Jin, and you just, let's see if I can just change it. So I also got yeah, I know. So there's Paul as well, Paul Phoenix. I always called him Hurang. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce his name. And then obviously Jin Kazama. Nina Williams is also here, and Hiyashi. So Kazuya Mishima, devil form, he's sort of like this. So his normal kind of forms in the normal one. Hard is Azazel. I don't know. I can't remember if that's the boss from Tekken 8, like the main bad guy from Tekken 8, whatever the lore is nowadays. And then in Hell, it's True Devil Kazuya. So you just keep doing these battles, and the same as every collab, you kind of like pick perks every time you do a battle or a mission or whatever it is on them, and you can like plus 5% speed, plus this much critical damage, whatever. So you build it up and build it up, and you just keep going through these different modes, and you get little rewards as you go. So obviously here's some of the upgrade info of what I picked. Crit rate, crit damage, attack, speed. Most of the time, if you've got quite strong team, especially when if you've ever joined during the like really special events, you usually get ones like do you know what? I don't know their names. I am such a terrible person. Obviously Riley's a really good one, because she's she can give you immunity to effects and critical hits improvement. But because of the way her turns work, she can get that, like, you can constantly keep healing. So she's like a really good one to get. Lauren, the light cowgirl. She's fantastic damage dealer. She can put a lot of effects on. I believe she can debuff as well, like remove effects, which is great. Vermus is obviously he's a demon, so he looks cool. But he can like stun, and if you've got him quite very well leveled up, you can just like keep lowering if you've got your violent on. So for those who don't know, it's your violent runes, gives you an extra turn with a certain percentage chance, and you can just keep stunning. So, but there's loads of different monsters. Obviously, this is my main account that I've had for years. I will stick my phone on after I've done this one to show you. There's a mini game. I am absolutely terrible at it. I'll attempt to show you it. I don't know. Pick him. I'm gonna do it on my knees. Break as many walls as possible. So basically, you move and you go pew 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 and start attacking walls when they turn up. I will probably speed this up because it's not great. I think you are meant to kind of jump into the stars, but woo! So yeah, you get points, and then I've got a new mask. Don't know if there's any actual. Yeah, if you do certain progress of the masks, it looks like you get some rewards for it. So I'll give it a try again later. But the collab missions is there's always like the collab missions where it's just like go fight the battle fire beast, clear some dimension hole, check the item shop, and you just collect them and you get XP towards it. So obtain Hiyachi Mishima. We'll show you that event, and then we'll go and summon him. Again, if you want to see more, like, subscribe, please tell me in the comments. I will show you and do more if that's what you want. Because I've played this a lot. I'm no expert. I don't really do the PvP, and I'm quite a casual player. I'm part of a guild that's dying, so feel free to join. So basically, you've got some special missions, collect so many tokens, win against Master X's. There's like a PvP, but it's like bots. And one of them's a rival who always comes with the collab monsters. So you fight those. I'll show you a battle, but not that fight, because I think I've already covered it. Perform a collab special summon, play the minigame, clear battles, all this kind of good stuff. And you can claim them. I'll go and claim them, but I will quickly show you the battles. Because in the arena, you can go to rivals. And this Master X at the top, it's actually not long till it resets, but I'll just do one of these ones. And one of these good things is you can do, I know I'm pointing at the screen, but you can't. That one there, so that on button at the top, you switch that on or off. So they're the ones that I usually use. It's just a set ones that I just can't be asked to change. But you switch it on, I don't want to see this again, and it'll basically put in the collab monsters for you. And you can fight using the collab monsters, so sometimes that comes up as a collab mission to go into battle with them. And I usually always just auto fight, but we can have a look through some of their stats after I do some summoning, see what I get. Orange. Now I'm playing this without sound, but I'm recording sound, so I have no idea what their voices sound like, because I usually don't play with sound. So obviously I'm usually playing in bed or something casual, so. I used to play it on the train on both, and get the feeling like a funny looks when people were like, why are you playing on two devices on the same thing? So if I go right at the bottom, he should be there. Yeah. I kind of thought that was going to happen. I just need to chuck something out of the way. Doesn't really matter what it is. But yeah, I've got a fair decent amount of good 5 stars on this one, because it's been around a while. I think Annabelle was my first one. I'm not sure if there's a way to sort it by what you got first. Don't really care about you. I'm just making a space so that I can summon him. To bottom. Mishima wins. Back on the desert home, stronger than ever. So cool. Attacks the enemy to deal damage proportionate to the enemy's max HP and block the target from receiving beneficial effects. It's usually good for some of the boss fights, especially blocking beneficial effects is probably good against. There's one called, I think it's called Sky Fortress, or basically you get like a shield each turn, like every turn or something. And he's quite a pain in the arse to defeat. Blocking beneficial effect is good against him, so that's probably where this is going to go. Because I think he's also wind type, and this is fire. So yeah, I get the feeling like that's who this is aimed at. Attacks all enemies 4 times to deal damage proportionate to their max HP. Each hit decreases their defense for 2 turns. This one's basically a defense destroyer. Grants Endure on yourself for 1 turn. I think Endure is the one where it stops you from being criticaled out. So if you've got this effect on, it won't die. I think you keep like 1 HP. And attacks the enemy to block the target from receiving a beneficial effect again. So yeah, this is a really good one. Increase the attack power of all ally monsters in dungeons by 44%. Again, really good. So there's my first collab monster. Let's see what so because I was holding on to him to try to do this video, and I kept putting it off and like, will I do it? Won't I do it? My weekly missions I finally cleared. So I keep getting different level rewards, and it just keeps going up depending on when the when this weekly one resets. I assume after a week. I'm currently probably not doing any fights on this one. Yeah. So that one of those collab missions was to do the fire one. For anyone who doesn't play, once you've beaten, so you go into like the Karos dungeon, there's a bunch of stuff in here. You can do Rift of Worlds, and there's a bunch of different raid style stuff. Obviously, if you want to know about all of this, I can cover it later. Apparently I've not beaten the world boss today. Let's just double check that it hasn't just done a reset. It has not done a reset. I need to quickly do some world boss. World boss is basically just, you can whack in a bunch of stuff, so this is something that's always there. It does have like a reset at some point, and you just basically attempt to do as much damage as possible based on what monsters you have. Obviously it's my better account, so it tends to get triple S's each time. The scores are by no means like good. There are way better people in this game than me. I've played it a long time, but I'm not sweaty. I mean, I am sweaty now. I'm really hot in this room, but I'm not sweaty on the game. It's more just a casual thing that I just play. So you know, there's an e-sport for it. I don't know how big the rewards are and stuff as to how big the game is. Yeah, it usually resets, I think, in the UK at like 11 PM, so 15 minutes I think it's due to reset the server. That's just like your daily check-ins, reset and stuff like that. So you might see that when I stick my other phone on. My phone. So yeah, this is I've tried setting up OBS a little bit differently, so I don't know how this is going to turn out. I don't even know if this is going to come out as a good video or not. I'm hoping the webcam's recording. Not that it needs to, as long as it's got me blathering on. I could probably just voice over, to be fair. Okay, so that was that quickly rattled out of the way. I will just do a quick shout out if anybody does want to join to the guild, because I've been made guild leader because the last guild people left. It's called Hero Society. There was a member called Eisen and Saitama or something, because obviously I think it was meant to be like I was gonna say Shield Hero, not Shield Hero. One Punch Man. Bloody hell. Anyway, so obviously every collab stuff, there's always events going on. So obviously bonus mystical scroll event, because obviously I've just summoned Hiachi, so there's a special benefit for doing that. But I think you get them like every 10 scrolls you use, you can get another scroll or something like that. So, and there's a shop, so obviously a lot of these scrolls I'm going to open were from the shop. Obviously I bought out all of the mystical scrolls, so I've got at least 100 there, I think, to open. A couple of the Tekken specific ones, legendary ones, but I'll go through them as I get to them. So I've still got the odd few to go through, but I know you can't see what I'm pointing at. I'm just hoping you get the gist of what I'm muttering on about. Anyway, without further ado, let's do some summoning. So we'll start with I'll literally just gonna go down them. I'm gonna skip the transcendent summoning pieces for now. I may do them later. But basically, to cover it, Transcendence basically gets you any monster you do not already have. It's always a 5-star. So there are some really good ones that I don't have, and it'd be really great to get those. So I don't know whether I'll use them during the event. But these are the ones you could get. So he actually is very similar in the last one to the Demon Slayer one, where there was a very specific. Screw it, let's just go find him. See if I can cover some of the other collab ones, because I think that one's a collab one. Yeah, Cookie Run Kingdom. They've done Street Fighter, Assassin's Creed. That's the Cookie Run Kingdom again. You're also Cookie Run. I think that's also Assassin's Creed. So yeah, The Witcher. That's what brought me back. And they always get like an alternate. So when you don't get the ones during the event, they always then bring out like basically them but not them versions. Like I said, you got your Demon Slayer ones, Tanjiro, Inosuke. I might pronounce these names wrong, but then like that's the version of Tanjiro. And obviously you can see some of the Tekken ones there. Where the fudge is this guy? Where are you at? There you are. Jutsu Kaisen, man. It's because I've not watched it yet. I've downloaded it, but I've not watched it. Because I'm a terrible human being. Yeah, I think that's his alternative. It's kind of odd. Anyway, enough stalling. Let's start with the Tekken summon. So basically in this game you've got your 3 elements: water, wind, fire. Water is good against fire, fire is good against wind, and wind's good against water. Just a basic triangle. And then you've got your light and your dark. Light is good against dark, dark's good against light, but neither is better or worse against the elemental ones. You've got like green damage, which is like you're weak to it. Yellow damage is just neutral, and then red is like you're not strong against that type kind of thing. So there are all the options we could get from this scroll. Let's see how badly we do.
Round 1, fight.
So right off the bat, we've got a 4-star Jin Kazama. Usually most of these things are similar. So attacks the enemy 3 times to inflict continuous damage. Attacks the enemy 2 times, increases your attack bar by 25% whenever the attack lands as a critical hit. Damage dealt increases as the enemy's HP decreases. Indomitable Will. So passive skills are like, they're always active. Decreases the automatic... because I went to read automatic effect. Decreases the damage taken by 50% and increases the damage dealt by 100% when your HP is at 23.5% or lower. And then leader skill for defense in arena. So he might be a good one to pair up with some of the other defense style ones. Yes, I know, I haven't got space. So basically, if you don't have space, they go into a bin of summoned ones. So not the storage you saw me move one to, there's like a specific one. Any chance of a 5-star? Of course not. Fire Hurong. I'll destroy you. Yeah, I don't think you will. Takes only 3 times to absorb its attack bar. Attack bar absorptions are always useful, because it does what it says on the tin. Attacks the enemies 3 times to remove 1 beneficial effect with a 50% chance each when used on an enemy with no beneficial effects. This skill is activated after attacking the enemy first with backlash. Okay. Passive leaves a branding effect for 2 turns with when attacking the enemy granted with a beneficial effect. Hunting Hawk is activated in succession. So he's a good stacker, basically. I forget what branding does. I think branding's kind of like you're temporarily burned or something. So like you take it in like Pokemon's, but I think it's like if you're kind of like weakened, so you'll take more damage, which is not the same as lowering defense. Anyway, let's try the legendary all attributes. So Those two scrolls before will always give you a collab monster. Now we just have a skill up. So we're hoping to see a special. Got lucky. What do we get? Oh, duplicate. Wonder how many of these we're gonna get. So obviously, win some, lose some. Right, let's have a go at some of the legendary scrolls.
You lose.
So, this account, like I say, I started many moons ago and I managed to pick it up. I can't remember if it was like joined to Facebook or something like weird like that. But I managed to get this one back, but I'd started a new one at the time. This one tends to get a lot better stuff, so we'll see how that goes. So this one you can get 3 to 5 stars, so if you don't see any sparks at all, we've just gotten shite. And I think I've got all the 3 stars, so this is very anticlimactic. Look at the draw at the end of the day. Yeah, I already have you. Unless it says new next to the name, I've already got it. I was going to hit the transcendence piece there. So obviously we have some specific water attribute ones. Got a few of these, but I can do it times 10. So let's see what we get. We didn't get a collab. Oh, that sucks. No collab. And who does no collab? Oh well. I just do them times 10 or just don't bother, so I'm not going to do the rest of those. We're going to be here a while though. 10. Oh, there we go. Ooh, Nina Williams. Fantastic. There's something different. Nina Williams wins. Death by degrees. Attacks the enemy 4 times to destroy its max HP by the damage dealt and increases the skill cooldown time by 1 turn each. That's good. That means basically it's like lowering their max health, like the bar of health gets like a red bar that grows, which basically is like you're not getting that health back, which is really great against some monsters. Attacks the enemy 3 times. First hit removes a beneficial effect with a 60% chance. The second and third hits decreases defense for 2 turns. So that's basically this one. The one I just showed you before from Jujutsu Kaisen, the special one with the dark. It was that one special one, similar to like Hiachi. She seems a lot like that. Like the skill's very similar. Attacks the enemy is stunned for 1 turn with a 30% chance. The only thing is he has a passive one where it's something to do, gets a little bit of health based on some stats, so she doesn't have that as the 3rd skill. Or none of their names very well. Oh. Finally getting something else. Oh. Ah, okay. So, there's a thing called Blessing of Summoning Blessing, or Splendid Blessing of Summon. Basically, if you get a 5-star, you can choose what you get. Obviously, I already have the Fire Beast Rider, so I'm gonna have to choose Paul Phoenix. Because I haven't got one yet. I did not know I had that blessing. But I also find that I prefer to use the blessing not on a transcendence, because the whole point of a transcendence is to get something new. So that's probably why I was holding off on using it now that I think about it. Because I didn't want to use it and then have to choose between 2 I don't have. For your benefit, because I have not... Because I've used the blessing... Oh! There we go. So it's always somebody new. So I got a Jinkazama. A wind one. So that's the same basic attack. Attacks all enemies to decrease their attack bar by 30% with a 50% chance and decrease their attack speed for 2 turns. It's a good debuff. Attacks the enemy 5 times. Each hit grants Oblivion for 2 turns. It decreases the target's attack power for 2 turns. Deals additional damage according to the difference between your attack power and the target's. Basically, stack them up for attack. So yeah, you can let me know in the comments if you think that Transcendent Scroll fucked me over.
Round 2, fight!
Hiachi again. So I'm not going to cover what he does or did, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I've got Transcendence to use on this one as well, but I don't know if I've got a Blessing. Isn't it past your bedtime? Nina Williams. Is that the one I got on the last one? So she silences. First hit grants a silence effect, so that stops them using special effects. I'm sorry if I'm now really close, by the way. Attacks the enemy deal damage that increases by 15% for each beneficial effect granted on yourself and harmful effect on the granted enemy. It'd be really nice. This account does usually get good stuff, but it'd be really good if I could get at least a light and a dark. But like, they're so much rarer to get because it's harder to get a hold of the scrolls. Ooh. Really? I really wish during these events you couldn't get duplicates. I suppose that takes away the point, right? I literally just jinxed it, didn't I? Skip. And there's some good 4 stars in there, don't get me wrong. It's just, it doesn't take long to like really fill this up. Oh look, another Horon. I swear to God, it's going to be another one. What was it? There was like a 20 quid one I think I did once. Not worth it. Ooh, Jinkazama. Indomitable Will. I think we've seen this one. Oh. I think this means a 5-star. Yep, I get the... Oh. See what Nina's like. Attack the enemy, stun for 1 turn with 30% chance. Attacks the enemy 3 times. The first hit removes a beneficial effect with 60% chance. And the second and third hits decreases its defense for 2 turns. I think that was similar to another one. Assassination inflicts continuous damage for 2 turns on each attack. In addition, increase your attack bar by 100% when an enemy with 50% HP or below recovers HP. That sounds pretty good. Puppeteer, I don't think is that great. Attacks the enemy and recovers the HP of the ally with the lowest HP status. Installs a bomb and that detonates after 2 turns on the enemy target and stuns the enemy for it. Removes the beneficial effect of the enemy with the highest attack bar with a 40% chance. At the start of each turn, decrease the enemy attack bar. Nina, because she's hot. Don't tell the wife. Gonna open my other Transcendence. See what my options are this time. No, I don't get options this time. Magic Order Guardian. Can you tell which collab he's from? I've mentioned it a few times already. His name begins with a G. So yeah, let's have a quick look at the event because don't really know. Let's just double check what some of these are. I think it's because I set this one away to battle, so it's probably sometimes this takes a while to load. Just get some more energy. See what the shop says. Maybe I'm buying another scroll. Come on. Just want to see my little bar. 387. I can buy another light and dark scroll. But that's not what I came here for. I'm going to check the bonus ones. There's also a sticker event where you can trade with guild members as well to get ones you're missing. 40 extra scrolls because I've summoned that much shite. Oh dear. Helps make it didn't though. So yeah, so there's also stickers in this one. This is different. I've not seen a one like this in the collabs unless it's something I missed. So you can draw them each day. Really? Oh, Nina. And basically you're meant to complete a set. So I've got like 5 of them, but I have got no Heihachi. So I can say I want to trade. I want to get. Yes, I want Nina's. And yeah, I'll trade Paul's, whatever. Well, that's my current active one. There's nobody else trading in the guild. So let's collect up those scrolls and go again. I will double check the other account because I might as well do them. Go full out. I'll not do the ones that will then turn up after that though. So yeah, if you liked what you saw, if you like Summoner's War, if you're a fan, I can go do like this is like a 10-year-old over a 10 years old account. Like this was like, I was playing in uni. It's got to be like 2013-ish. So like, yeah, so maybe I haven't played it for the full 13 years I think it's been around, but it's like almost all of it. Yet this account, I think I only started like last year or so, whenever the Witcher collab came out. So yeah, let me know if you want to see more, and thanks for watching if you stuck around this long. I'll see you next time. Bye.